Welcome, and thank you for joining me on the mat today. Today's practice, we're going to be strengthening and stretching our shoulders. So we won't need any props for today's class. So if you got your mat rolled out, let's get started. Find any comfortable seated position. Sit up tall through the spine. Take one big shoulder roll, drop the shoulders away from the ears. I'll also invite you to close the eyes for a few moments if that's comfortable for you, as we get centered and settled into our practice. Start to take some deep inhales through the nose and exhale through the nose. Letting the belly and the rib cage expand with each inhale, and then pulling everything towards the center line of the body as you exhale. Instead of thinking of collapsing, still keep that nice tall spine, but think of the rib cage moving in towards that invisible center line, and the belly button pulls towards the spine at the back. Taking one more deep inhale. And treating our body as the interconnected object that it is, let's start some of these stretches in our neck today. Exhale, drop chin to chest. And then pull the shoulders further away from the ears as well. Making this an active stretch. And perhaps starting to feel that stretch down in the shoulder blades as well as the neck. Inhale, come back up to center, grow nice and tall. Exhale, send the gaze to the left. Inhale through center. And exhale, gaze to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, center. And exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Good. Inhale, center, grow tall. Let's take a couple big shoulder rolls, nice and slow. And throughout our practice, if your shoulders start to get tired, feel free to take a little break and take a little movement in the shoulders, opposite direction. Beautiful. Let's take our arms out, shoulder height, palms towards the earth. As you exhale, open it up. Draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale, center. And then exhale, lift. Just flowing with your breath. And here you can either breathe in and out through the nose, or inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Breathing in and out through the nose actually helps slow down our breath. But often when we are working hard, it is nice to exhale through the mouth. Sigh everything out. Let's take one more full round. And then we're going to leave our hands up at the top. Reach towards the ceiling. As you exhale, draw the elbows down, shoulder blades in. Chest stays lifted. Inhale, reach. And we're going nice and slow, allowing our muscles to work as well as the joints. Oftentimes when we're doing movements fast, we're taking away some of that muscle movement. So by going slow, you can really focus on the details of the movement, not just getting through it. And working those muscles will allow us to move faster later on. All right, one more. All right, we're gonna keep those hands out to the side, elbows shoulder height again. As we exhale, we're gonna bring the arms forward, and we're trying to reach with those elbows and the hands as far forward as we can. And then inhale, open it up to the side, creating this rounding of the shoulder blades and spine in the back. Try and keep those elbows lifted. If they start to sink, bring them back up. All right, one more, and then we're gonna keep those hands together. So for this one, the wider the elbows are, the easier it's gonna be. As you can see, as my elbows are nice and lifted or extended, I can lift up really easy. There's no effort here. So you'll want to adjust this for your shoulder flexibility. And again, we're keeping elbows shoulder height. And then just start to lift slightly. So I'm only bringing my elbows up just above my shoulders. If it feels really intense in the shoulder blades, you can take them out a little bit. But if you notice you're getting really high, bring them in. Tall through the spine. And just one more. Good. Relax them. Take a couple rolls each direction. Let's loosen up that spine as well where we're at it. And we're going to hop over into our tabletop. So we are going to be coming into a modified plank. And this is going to allow us to give some more focus into the shoulders. So regardless of whether or not you can hold a high plank, I'm going to recommend starting off at least in this modified plank. And we still want shoulders above the wrists, and then create that straight line from shoulders to hips to knees. So I'm not sinking my butt back. That takes a lot of the weight out of the shoulders. And I don't want to sink my hips because I'm not necessarily trying to stretch my back here. Splay the fingers nice and wide, creating this nice, strong, wide base for your wrists. And then actively push the earth away. You'll start to get a little bit of a rounding in those shoulder blades again. Gaze down at the mat just in front of your hands. This will bring some of that stress out of the neck when we drop it, when we lift it up. Belly button is tucking in a little bit. Pressing the hands into the earth and tucking the belly button in brings a lot of force into the shoulders, so we are still actively working. Keep pressing that earth away, still breathing. And then we're going to slowly lower to the earth. As we do, keep those hands where they are. Elbows hug the rib cage. And then inhale, press through the hands. See if you can come up nice and high. We're still working those shoulders because we're pressing the earth away here. We're just getting a little bit of a lower back stretch as well. And then shift the hips back. Come into a child's pose for a moment. Will allow us to stretch that back in the opposite direction, as well as bring some of the pressure out of the shoulders. And we're just going to take one more stretch for the shoulders. So come back up to table. Keep the knees and the hips in line with one another, and walk those hands out nice and far. And then we're going to sink the chest towards the earth. Your forehead can touch down on the mat as well. If you notice your hips are coming back behind your knees, just walk your hands a little bit further forward and then sink it. So I am trying to sink my chest towards the earth. down and back. And this is our puppy pose. It's doing a lot of the same stretch for our shoulders as a downward dog does, but it's going to allow us to hang out here a little bit longer. Our head isn't as far below our heart, so it's going to make us less dizzy. It is also not working our hamstrings. We're focusing on the shoulders, keeping that straight line. Chest sinks, deep breaths. Mat is supporting the head. Inhale, lift back up. Walk those hands back to your table. Either come into a comfortable seated position. Perhaps that's kneeling position or just a cross leg. Take a couple last shoulder rolls in both directions. And we'll take 2 deep breaths together to finish our practice off. Inhale, reach the arms up, grow nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more inhale, reach. Exhale, heart center. I thank you for joining me on the mat today, and I hope to see you again soon. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.